Let's now get the latest on the assistance being provided to the quake victims in Cebu. We have on the phone Philippine Red Cross Secretary General Dr. Gwendolyn Pang. Dr. Pang, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, May, and good afternoon, everyone.
Dr. Pang, how is the situation on the ground? Can you describe to us what is it like on day 2 after the quake? Do you have information if there is
Yes,
still ongoing search and retrieval operations, especially doon
yes.
sa Bogo?
Yes, we still receive a report that there are still areas that we have to do search or retrieval because I mean, still, our people are trying to look into the rubbles, possible source of life, or if not, reported people who actually believed to be buried, or are there. So we are still we sent a team. We sent extra team as well today with heavy equipment to just go to these reported areas. And then what we have found out more significant in terms of the need on the ground is the need for shelter. Still, a lot of people do not want to go back to their homes because of the constant aftershock. And some of them also whose house were totally destroyed, so they could not use their they could not go back to their houses. So we were just on the phone with the local government, and our president, President Marcos, called up our chairman Richard Gordon to come up with a joint deployment of a tent city,
Yeah.
So we are just waiting for the location where we can set up the tent city, so that we can actually help put up. We have tents available. Our chairman have committed to this, and we are also committed to manage the tent city or camp management to ensure that people have food, water, with good sanitation, and also we look into their health needs. At the moment, while we are waiting for the tent city, we continue to give hot meals, water, because there's still no water in the area. There's still no power. We sent generator sets so that people can charge their phones, and then they can connect with their family members. We continue to do our assessment, and we have added also medical and health team on the ground, and other. We have also deployed jerry cans to. So that people can use this to collect water, clean water from our water tankers, and we have sent already sleeping materials and also hygiene kits. So there will be a meeting this afternoon, I believe. There will be more numbers and concrete plan as we go on.
Dr. Pang, I understand, aside from Bogo City, there are nearby areas that are
Yes.
also severely impacted, like yung San
Yes.
Remigio,
San
Medellin.
Remigio,
Yes.
the Anbantayan, yes.
What's being done? I know the resources are stretched, medical personnel and social welfare personnel are also stretched. Pero paano po sila mabibigyan ng assistance doon po sa mga areas, especially doon sa mga liblib na areas?
Yeah. For the Red Cross, we actually have we started augmenting our team in Cebu. Today we sent teams from Manila. We have sent a rescue team from Iloilo, and then as we go on, we will be able to come up with the rotation and shifting, of all our staff and volunteers as we go on. Kasi this is not the only operation we have. We also have we continue to have operations for Typhoon Nando, Typhoon Ompong, but we have enough personnel and volunteers to mobilize and send to the different operations locations. And of course, they come in different skills, different expertise. Like today, we're also sending a camp management expert to the ground, an engineer, to plot the area. We also have experts on health, especially on health situation like this. Also, we are looking into recovery efforts as well as early as this time to check what are the needs, what are the recovery needs, that we have to address, like
Yes.
livelihoods, and also maybe other infrastructures.
Yes, Dr. Pang, sabi po ng PHIVOLCS, there have been over 2,000
Yeah.
aftershocks since the big quake, no? And now there's significant damage to buildings. May danger
Yes.
pa po siguro na magko-collapse yung iba, no? And there are other buildings with, cracks that you don't see. So has there been coordination with the LGU regarding the advice to residents and the need to consult city
Yes,
engineers before entering
yes.
structures?
Right, right. So for big structures with cracks or what is or who's or in which the integrity has to be checked, no. So these are all well coordinated with the local government, because I think it has to be inspected before they can allow people to go back to the different buildings. But some, of course, visibly we can see they were totally damaged, no, or destroyed.
All right, last question, Dr. Pang, because there has been an urgent call for blood donations, and the Red Cross has a blood donation drive in Eastern Visayas. Tell us more about this, please.
Yes, so we have our blood facility in Cebu City. We have one in Lapu-Lapu. Actually, we have one in Bogo, but now the one in Bogo was affected, no, because of the earthquake. So our office in Cebu is the one sending blood to Bogo City. So we offered, no, even di pa tumatawag sa amin ng Bogo City Hospital, which is a district hospital. Immediately yesterday we sent blood because we knew they have dialysis of procedures to do. So para hindi magkaroon ng disruption in service to or service to the dialysis patients, we sent right away blood to them, and then we also sent blood to Vicente Soto in Cebu City when we heard that they needed blood. So yes, tuloy-tuloy ang ating mga blood drives. We continue to collect blood because one is, in many of these affected areas, they do not have power. So they do not have means to also test the blood. So we have to do the testing in Cebu City and deliver the blood to the areas where it's needed.
All right, there is much to do, and we continue to pray for Cebu. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time,
you, ma'am.
Dr. Pang.
Thank you. Thank you very much.